Tonight, something powerful is brewing in Los Angeles, not a Hollywood premiere, not a summer storm, but something much bigger. A transformation. A shift in the very DNA of the Los Angeles Lakers. And as the echoes of the postseason disappointment still ring through the halls of Crypto.com Arena, a bold new message has emerged from the top. Massive changes are not just a rumor. They're a promise. Rob Pelinka, the man behind the curtain, stepped forward this week and didn't mince words. Standing shoulder to shoulder with the newly appointed head coach JJ Redick, Pelinka addressed the press with a look of focus and quiet urgency. He wasn't dodging the questions, and he wasn't sugarcoating the situation. The Lakers, he said, are going to look very different next season. Not might. Not could. Will. It was a statement that sent a shockwave through the league and ignited a firestorm of speculation. But one thing is certain, change is no longer an option. It's a necessity. After a season that saw flashes of brilliance but ultimately ended in early elimination, there was a feeling that something fundamental was missing. The talent was there. LeBron James, still playing at an MVP level, put up 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists in a must-win game late in the season. Luka Doncic, the rising star around whom the future is being built, dominated opponents nightly with averages of 33.9 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 9.8 assists per game. Austin Reeves continued to shine, delivering consistent performances, including a memorable 26-point explosion in a road victory. Rui Hachimura stepped into his role as a versatile two-way presence, averaging 16 points per game during the final stretch of the season. Yet, in spite of these individual efforts, the roster lacked depth. It lacked size. It lacked the kind of defensive intensity needed to survive the brutality of playoff basketball. The front office knew it. The coaching staff knew it. The players felt it. And Rob Pelinka admitted it. In a moment of rare candor, he acknowledged a critical misstep, the failure to acquire a center at the trade deadline. It was a mistake, he said, eyes fixed firmly on the reporters. We needed more size. More rim protection. And we didn't act when we had the chance. This offseason, that mistake won't be repeated. Pelinka has identified his top priority, and it's a big one. Literally. The Lakers are aggressively pursuing a center who can anchor the defense, run the floor, and become the interior force the team has been sorely missing. One name has emerged above the rest, Nick Claxton. Claxton, the agile 6 feet 11 inches big man from Brooklyn, isn't just a solid fit, he's a perfect one. This past season, he averaged 11.8 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. His ability to defend the rim, switch on to guards, and finish lobs makes him an ideal complement to the Lakers' perimeter-heavy core. Claxton isn't a star chasing headlines. He's a role player with star impact. And in today's NBA, that's the kind of piece that can swing a championship. But the changes don't stop there. Pelinka made it clear that the entire construction of the roster is under review. There will be more size. More defensive versatility. And yes, more transparency. That's where JJ Redick comes in. Calm. Articulate. Laser-focused. Redick's arrival marks a philosophical shift for the Lakers. This isn't just a coaching change, it's a cultural reset. Together, Redick and Pelinka painted a vision of a smarter, more deliberate build. No more reckless spending of assets. No more gambling the future for a short-term spark. This time, the front office is thinking long-term. This time, they're building something sustainable. That means tough decisions are on the horizon. The Lakers don't have a treasure chest of picks to offer. Only a few assets remain on the table, and each one must be used strategically. One of the most intriguing. Dalton Knecht. Though he was virtually absent during the playoffs, Knecht is quietly viewed as a premium trade chip. He's young, he's promising, and he has the shooting stroke that front offices covet. His name has already surfaced in trade talks, and if the Lakers are serious about landing a player like Claxton, or upgrading at any position, they may have to part ways with him. Other players, however, are likely staying put. Austin Reeves, whose competitive spirit and steady shooting have made him a fan favorite, is considered a foundational piece. Rui Hachimura, with his length and mid-range touch, has also earned his place in the rotation. Pelinka mentioned both by name as players the team values moving forward. But while the Lakers know what they want to keep, they also know what must be improved. Bench scoring was a glaring issue. The second unit too often fell flat, unable to maintain leads or inject energy into sluggish stretches. The off-season experiments with Alex Len and Jackson Hayes, though bold, didn't yield results. The frontcourt still lacked that physical, defensive edge needed in today's game. Pelinka isn't limiting the search to trades. He emphasized that free agency is also a key avenue, particularly in pursuit of a reliable center. But he also cautioned against overspending or overcommitting. Flexibility, he said, is still the most powerful tool they have. The ability to pivot, to adapt, to pounce when the right opportunity comes. And looming over all of this is one colossal variable: LeBron James. The Kings' player option decision is due by June 29th, and it will shape the direction of the entire offseason. Will he opt in and chase banner number 18 with Luka and a revamped roster? Or will he take his talents elsewhere, perhaps to play alongside his son or embark on a new challenge? No one knows for sure. But Pelinka made one thing abundantly clear: the Lakers want LeBron back. We'll do everything we can, he said. LeBron is the heart of this franchise. We're building around him and Luka. That's our plan. And what a plan it could be. LeBron, even in his 40s, is still a force, averaging over 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists per game this past season. His leadership, experience, and court vision are invaluable. Pair that with Luka's creativity, scoring punch, and youthful fire, and you have a duo that can anchor a championship run, not just this season, but for years to come. That's the vision: build smarter, build tougher, and build for the future. And part of that vision includes targeting a versatile 3 and D wing who can stretch the floor and guard multiple positions. It's no longer about chasing names. It's about finding the right pieces. The Lakers want players who will do the dirty work, sacrifice stats for wins, and lock in defensively when it matters most. And so, the Lakers now stand on the edge of transformation. The mistakes of the past have been acknowledged. The blueprint for the future is being laid down. And the next 2 months, especially June, will determine the next decade of Lakers basketball. More trade rumors will surface. More names will be linked. Some will arrive. Some will leave. But through all the chaos of the offseason, one thing is unmistakably clear. This isn't the end of the Lakers' story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where the front office is smarter. The roster is stronger. The chemistry is real. A chapter where LeBron James can pass the torch to Luka Doncic while still chasing greatness himself. A chapter where role players like Reeves and Rui become playoff heroes. A chapter where centers like Nick Claxton protect the paint like their life depends on it. A chapter where the purple and gold rise once again, not just with flash, but with fire. The Lakers aren't just trying to win. They're trying to build something lasting. Something powerful. Something worthy of the banners that hang in the rafters and the legends who walk those halls. And this time, they just might get it right. Because now, they're not just hoping for change. They're demanding it. And they've got a front office, and a fan base, ready to back it every step of the way. The countdown to June 29th has already begun. The moves will be bold. The stakes are high. But if Pelinka, Redick, and the players can deliver on their vision, the next era of Lakers basketball could be even brighter than the last. So buckle up, Laker Nation. The transformation has already begun. Here's a crucial insight for you: diving into financial education can significantly elevate your quality of life. In the realm of finance, take the time to explore bonds and stocks, with a special emphasis on real estate investment trusts, REITs. These investments have the potential to generate passive income. Approach this journey with diligence and opt for reputable investment brokerages globally. By doing so, you'll be laying a solid foundation for a more secure and prosperous future.